Hi, Kim Jones back with Central Valley Talk. And today we have as our guest, I am so humbled and honored to have her here, Catarina Benitez. Benitez.
Yes.
So I said the first one right.
First one was right. Yeah,
okay.
First one was great.
Catarina Benitez.
Yes.
Catarina is a lawyer and the owner of her own firm. She is a product of the wonderful Central Valley. And why don't you tell us about yourself?
Sure. I grew up in the Central Valley. I'm an attorney. I've been an attorney for about 8 years. I have 2 offices. I have one in Clovis and one in Madera, and I do real estate and bankruptcy. I also handle landlord-tenant cases. A lot of people don't connect those with real estate matters, but I also handle those as well, so evictions and other legal proceedings, and I've been doing that for quite some time, so it's been great. It's been fun.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so as we were talking off mic earlier, you used to handle a lot of short sales.
Right. I also used to do a lot of foreclosure litigation because the market's turning back around. It isn't as popular as it used to be, so I'm getting a lot more transactional work in terms of people wanting me to review lease agreements or deeds or that sort of thing, purchase agreements that they don't really know where to start, so they'll come over to my office and just get information about that.
Sure. Well, that's something typically we don't think of.
Right.
Let's just have someone on our side
Right.
look at that form or that contract before we sign it.
Right.
Very smart idea, folks. But what I was thinking of is, okay, so a few years back you had all these short sales and foreclosures, and so a lot of people became first-time landlords.
Right.
Now, are you available to help those first-time landlords, say, if they have a tenant that isn't favorable?
I am. I have many clients who I provide advisory positions to. I do some on a monthly basis, some once a year. They'll call me with a crisis. It really just depends on the client and what they want help with. Yeah, so I do. I also provide kind of guides for landlords on what they should do and what they shouldn't do, because sometimes they do things the wrong way and then they call me after the fact, and then we have to undo the mess that they created. So I always tell people before they think about doing something, if their gut tells them it's probably not the right thing to do, then I do tell them to call my office just to ask and make sure that they're on the right path, because they don't want to get sued either. More money out of pocket if you get sued than if you just do things the right way.
I have heard some crazy litigations lately, stories that have popped up, and you need to cross your T's and dot your I's these days. It's insane, but it'd be nice to know someone's on our side, before we enter into a transaction.
Yeah, because it's scary, owning a home. It's an overwhelming thing as it is, and then you have to get a tenant, and you have to make sure, are they paying the rent? Are they, are the things that they're asking for legitimate? Should they need brand new windows, or is it something that they're, standard-wise, are they up to code, that sort of thing. So those are things that I deal with a lot.
Now, do you have a team at your office?
I do. I have full staff. I have 2 staff members in my office in Clovis, and then I have a full staff in my Madera office.
I would think you would
so
have
it's
to.
Great.
It sounds like you probably stay pretty busy.
Yeah, it's pretty busy, yeah.
Wow. Well, would you like to share with our audience any, what I know my first thought is, oh gosh, this must be terribly expensive. Do you have any kind of a tiered program or a monthly fee?
I do. It really just depends on what the client wants. A lot of the things that I do are on a flat fee basis, especially I do evictions on a flat fee basis. I do letter drafting, and I do some advising, sometimes on a flat fee basis as well. So it just depends on what the client wants.
That would be nice, and it's not hour after hour adding up. It's just a flat fee. You know what you're getting into. Oh, that's wonderful. It sounds like you really are on our side when we come into your office.
I try to be, because, a lot of times people just go in there and don't know what they want to do or what they're doing, and they find attorneys who are just going to take advantage of them and not really help them.
Yeah.
And so I try to help them navigate the system. Sometimes there are cases where a person will need maybe a resource that I know that they can get for free, so I will send them out that way as well. So I do try to help people as well as get them kind of where they need to go.
It sounds like a really win-win situation.
Yeah.
And I know I find in my business that if it's not always about me making the money, but if I can refer somebody on, then somewhere down the road, somebody refers them back to me.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of that
exactly.
what goes around comes around adage.
Yeah. And I do, now I've been in business long enough now, so I get a lot of people coming back, and, you know, I joke with them, oh, you're here. You probably don't want to see me, but, you know, it's good. We have a good relationship, and so that's really the nice thing about it is I'm able to meet with clients who have been
That's
with me
probably
for a long time.
Yeah, the best advertising ever is having repeat clients.
It is, yeah, it is.
Well, that's great. Would you like to share your phone number with everybody?
Sure. My phone number is 559-472-7337, and then I also have a website. It's www.benitezlawfirm.com, and it's really easy to navigate. It has all of my services on there. I do charge a consultation fee for some types of consultations. Bankruptcy consultations I do are free, but if you need to make payments, you can do that also through my website. So I try to make it very user-friendly.
Oh, that's nice. Sometimes we get in places and we just need a little help. So
Right.
it sounds like you're trying to really help that situation.
Thank you.
Good for you. Oh,
Thank
my
you.
gosh. Well, good luck.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on.
Great. Thank you so much
Promise
for having
you'll
me.
come back again?
I will.
Okay,
It's great.
great. Thank you. Okay, let's take a little break and we'll be right back.